job offer to go run a station. I'm just going to go do that instead. So hence, I'm not currently.
You could have had 19 kids.
I could have been on one of those fine networks. But here's the thing about TV now: you make zero money off of it, like because they rely on reality television, which is like you don't have to pay them scale, you don't have to pay them anything. Like I think the entire cast of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, a huge show, and the entire cast of Duck Dynasty, it's like. For all of you, you get like, I don't know, it's like $25,000 an episode versus, $500,000 an episode per actor on a sitcom sometimes, So it's like, it's a super cheap way of making television. The production values are low. What you have to pay the people is super low. But bottom line is they couldn't have these people on TV because they'd been in jail for beating the crap out of their wives. Now, the problem I have with the whole Duggar situation is the fact that they dealt with it internally through their church and through their family and all this sort of stuff. And that's the reprehensible part. No, you go to the proper authorities. This is not something that you get to skate on. Molesting children is not something that you deal with internally. It's just, no, it's not a thing. I understand it's your family. I understand he's your kid. I understand you feel like the church deals with this stuff appropriately, but they really don't. He was sent to a retreat to think about what he'd done and do like hard manual labor. So basically another church member got free labor off of Josh Duggar while he allegedly thought about what he had done. And that's just horse crap. It doesn't do any good to a Josh Duggar who was 14 years old when he perpetrated the abuse and is no doubt part of another cycle of abuse. 14-year-old boys don't just abuse other kids. They just don't. It doesn't happen. It is extremely unlikely that he wasn't part of some other type of circle of abuse. And the fact that they thought they took it upon themselves to deal with it internally and not involve the proper authorities, yeah, F that. And for that reason, they should take every last piece of punishment on the chin the same way that Mama June from Here Comes Honey Boo Boo has had to do. Because you can't just take these instances of child abuse and say one law, like it doesn't apply to you. These laws don't apply to you because of the church you go to and because you decided to handle it among yourselves with the guidance of God. It doesn't work like that. And for that reason, yeah, TLC should drop 19 kids and counting. Boy, you ask a simple question, Funkhauser, you get a pageant.
I like it.
Do you think
I agree
so?
with you. Absolutely.
Okay.
Too many people are skating away with their own ideologies and their own warped way of going through things. And if you're going to idolize something on television, you can't have a Swiss cheese past or future or present,
Yeah. There's lots of laws in this country that I think make no sense and are unfair.
It's just ethics, though. It's not even illegal.
Yeah. Well, and the ethics would dictate that the laws apply to all of us, and you don't get to circumvent them or come up with your own version of the law based on the church that you attend. I don't get to do it. You shouldn't get to do it. There you go. What else?
Arnold Schwarzenegger provided the voice for a GPS.
It's great. But only if your destination happens to be the chopper.
When you get to your destination, the GPS says, "Get out."
Get out. Can you do a Schwarzenegger?
Oh, no. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Can you?
It's more of an interpretive thing. What I do is I throw away my entire career by having sex with a very unattractive maid. That's my best impersonation of Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's kind of like interpretive dance. I can't do the voice.
It's a good one.
Thank
That's
you.
a good one right there.
Thank you. Go on. What else is going on in the world?
Sprite cans now feature lyrics by the Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah. Even cooler. Sprite cans are now also being stocked by Vanilla Ice.
In between his television show that he makes nothing off of?
I don't know. I wonder if he makes nothing off of that. Vanilla Ice, you laugh. But if you get a chance to see Vanilla Ice live...
Do you remember his real name? It was such
his real name is Rob Van Winkle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rob Van Winkle. Vanilla Ice, unlike everybody else that lost it all from that era because they were idiots, Vanilla Ice has done just fine, and he's done just fine. I mean, he still makes money off of shows. Like, I've seen him play to 1,000 people, and it was like, I can't believe I'm saying this. It was a great, great show. It was, unsurprisingly, like seeing a 90s rap show. Like, he had a drummer, he had a DJ, and it just killed it. It was an amazing, amazing show. Did a fantastic job. Quite the showman. I've seen him a couple times.
The Turtle song?
I don't believe he did the Turtle song. But you know what? I just remembered. Not only have I seen Vanilla... I'm a radio professional. I talk for a living. Can you tell? That's why I get paid so very much for this show. Literally hundreds of dollars a year. I've actually opened for Vanilla Ice in San Antonio, Texas. I just remembered this.
Wow.
And
was he nice backstage to you and stuff?
He's a super nice guy. Nicest dude in the world.
Did he introduce himself as Rob? Hey, I'm Rob. Nice to meet you.
No, I think it was like, hey, what's up? Or something like that. I don't
Fist
remember
bump.
Exactly.
Ice.
But yep, he's a nice guy. But part of the reason he's done so well is he started buying homes in Miami back in the late 80s and early 90s, like bought mansions, and he's been in the game of Miami real estate for the last 25 years or so, and he's done quite well off of that. Like all the sort of like success or lack thereof off of the albums, and he had plenty of it, and he didn't lose all of it to Suge Knight, and he didn't snort it or lose a whole bunch of money to drugs or anything like that. He managed to do all the drugs, but not to the point where he lost everything. But yeah, no, he's made the vast majority of his money off of real estate, which is why his show, like the Rob Van Winkle flips this house or whatever the hell it is, or Rob Van Winkle flips your backyard, or like he actually really knows a thing or two about that stuff. But he went to jail because he stole, I think part of his business plan for flipping his house is like, oh, no one seems to be using this. Finders keepers.
Oh, yeah.
And he just took a bunch of stuff from a house next door to the one he was working on. He's like, well, we need some tile, and we're making TV, so clearly our television tile needs supersedes the fact that somebody else paid for them and put them in their garage. We're just going to take them. It's weird.
Yoink.
Yeah. Go on. What else?
Farrah Abraham is selling her DNA.
The bidding starts at why? What the hell? I wonder if Farrah Abraham is selling her DNA so you can like reverse engineer it and make sure that it never happens again. Like her selling her DNA is sort of like Anne Frank writing her diary. This is the horror that is potentially something that could happen. Here's the record of it, so we never have to deal with it again.
And isn't it like constantly mixed up with a bunch of other people's DNA too? Since it's Farrah Abraham?
Farrah Abraham's?
Are you sure you're getting like one DNA or a plethora? A smorgasbord?
A plethora.
A myriad.
A myriad. Porn star DNA. I love the fact that she pretends to be anything other than a porn chick now. I don't know, it's weird. Can you come back from doing porn? Once you've done porn, that's it, right? Yeah, but Kim Kardashian's was at least made to look like a sex tape. Farrah Abraham's looked like it was produced by Vivid or NaughtyAmerica.com or, one of those sites that I've heard is a porn site and know nothing about. But the production quality on it is exceptionally high, and because it was so purposefully made, I think now she's just a porn chick. Yeah. That's not what the word music means. That's not how you use it.
USA Headline News. I'm Kelly Sloan. A gunman is still on the loose in Charleston, South Carolina after he opened fire at an historic black church and killed 6 women and 3 men, including the pastor. Police Chief Gregory Mullen says the suspect should not be approached.
Call law enforcement if you recognize the individual or the car so that we can take the appropriate action to address this situation.
His picture is on our website at usaheadlinenews.com, but now the FBI has identified him as 21-year-old Dylan Roof. He sat in the church Bible study for an hour before opening fire. The attack is being investigated as a hate crime.
The Department of Justice has opened a hate crime investigation into this shooting incident. The FBI, ATF, U.S. Marshals Service, Civil Rights Division, and the U.S. Attorney's Office are working closely with our state and local partners.
That was Attorney General Loretta Lynch, who just held a news conference. This is USA Headline News.
Hello, gorgeous. Bare Minerals just won its 10th Glammy Award for Best Prestige Foundation. And to celebrate, we're offering risk-free trials of Bare Minerals makeup to all women nationwide. That's right. Every woman who calls right now can get a full-size, risk-free trial of Bare Minerals makeup, plus a free 5-piece makeup set. For yours, call 1-800-936-1480. This is an exclusive radio-only offer you don't want to miss. Bare Minerals Foundation gives you flawlessly beautiful coverage with a no-makeup feel, and it's clinically proven to promote clearer, healthier-looking skin. No wonder it's won 10 Glammys in a row, and now you can try Bare Minerals makeup for yourself. Call now to find out how you can participate in our nationwide risk-free trial and join the millions who've already tried Bare Minerals makeup and fallen in love with their skin again. Plus, we'll send you a free 5-piece makeup set, our gift to you. Hurry, don't miss this exclusive radio-only offer. 1-800-936-1480. 1-800-936-1480.
What's trending?
In golf, the U.S. Open gets underway today. Coverage begins at noon Eastern time on Fox Sports 1 and continues on Fox at 8 p.m. Eastern. World number 1 ranked golfer Rory McIlroy, along with defending U.S. Open champ Martin Kaymer, will tee off together at 11:28 a.m. Eastern time. In baseball games of note, the Cubs had a huge offensive day in Cleveland.
Bryant drives one in the air, deep center field. Back goes Aviles. Grand slam, Chris Bryant. Booming home run to dead center. And the Cubs now lead by the unlikely score of 17-0.
Called the Cubs Radio Network. Cubs with a 17-0 win over the Indians. The Reds walk off with an 8-4 win over the Tigers in 13 innings on a Todd Frazier grand slam home run. Mariners blank the Giants 2-0. Felix Hernandez tossed 8 shutout innings for Seattle. He gets his 10th win of the year. That's time for the Major League lead. Pirates won their 7th straight, beating the White Sox 3-2. I'm Eddie Garcia.
We are iHeartRadio shines the spotlight on Sir Paul McCartney.
1971's Wildlife was the debut album by the newly formed Wings with his wife Linda Eastman and singer-songwriter Denny Laine. The album reached number 11 in the UK and number 10 in the US. Red Rose Speedway was released in 1973. Engineered by Alan Parsons, it reached number 1 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart. In March 1973, My Love was released and became a UK top 10 hit and McCartney's second solo US number 1. The next Wings album, Band on the Run, was released in 1973 and became their most successful. Bolstered by the hits Jet and the title track, the album was a major success. It reached number 1 in the US on 3 separate occasions and eventually went triple platinum in the UK, becoming the top-selling British album of 1974. In early 1975, Paul McCartney and Wings won the Grammy Award for Best Pop Vocal Performance by a Duo, Group or Chorus.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Sir Paul and all your favorite artists. iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Mike Rutherford to discuss the art of songwriting.
I've learned one thing over the years is that actually you can't control it. You can't force it. You can't analyze it. You can't worry about it. You just go and have a good time and mess around, and then something comes along and you grab it. You know, it's something intangible, and if you try and make a program how to do it and do it better, you get lost. So it's like a free-form thing, which you can't control. You just let it ride or not ride. And if it's not working, then you just have a break. That's what I've learned.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Mike Rutherford and all your favorite artists.
Go ahead, favorite the show, and enjoy AD on the go. iHeartRadio presents AD.
Roy Shelton tweeting along with the show. And you can do that too at ADSXE at Funk FM if you want to hit up super producer to the stars Barry Funkhauser. We were talking about the fact that Donald Trump has entered into, thrown his hat into the political ring and announced that he's officially making a run at being president in 2016. And I said, well, this just shows that our political process is a bit of a joke. And he said, of course our politics are a joke. Elephants, donkeys, it's a freaking circus. Valid point, my man. Also, quick what up to Jacob, who is taking us on vacation with the iHeartRadio app. That's pretty badass. And also, Jacob's dad is listening to the show. Thank you so much for getting the whole family involved. Jacob's dad, Jacob's
Sounds
kid.
a little religious.
what the whole family is involved.
Jacob's dad.
Jacob's dad. Yeah. No, Jacob is a biblical name. It's true.